It's 3 o'clock. We're at the Deadhorse camp where we meet up for the Arctic shuttle. Nick went to check in. We got a little bit of rest, cleaned up a little bit. We're ready to see the Arctic Ocean. We did see a grizzly bear from far away, so they are grizzlies here. The clouds are moving in a little bit, but it's the white puffy ones. I think the stormy gloomy kind are supposed to move in tonight though. Let's head to the Arctic Ocean.
Underground, laterally up to 5 miles sometimes. So that's a lot more environmentally friendly and economical than you see these gigantic rigs around here. There's some tundra swans here on the right side. These are beautiful birds. You also see there's trumpeter swans up here too, but they're less common than tundra swans. Tundra swans are a little bit smaller, and the cub or the male swan will have a yellow dot. Usual to see snow geese here, but it's been nesting here, but it's been going on the past 5 Today there is a man-made dock that they built by using oil drums as a sight line and then quarrying rock from the side of an Arctic river and dumping all that rock along the sight lines. So that means that we have a rock beach up here pretty much, and our access is restricted to that rock beach except in some spots. There are some spots of sandy beach that I'd be happy to show you folks too if you'd like to swim or wade. You will find here that the sandy spot is more off to the left side.
So that's the sand, that's the peat. Not much is up, I guess. Oh yeah? We're standing in the Arctic Ocean.
We made it! That was a long drive, but we've made it. Now we're at the edge of the world. You can't go any further. In a truck camper at least.
We're in Prudhoe Bay on the Arctic Ocean, and what's crazy is you have to take an Arctic shuttle here because it's all private property. And our guide said that this is one of the most beautiful days here. It's in the 60s and there was clear skies. It's now starting to get a little bit cloudy, but it's such a beautiful day out today here.
He said it's usually cloudy here most of the time.
The water is cold, but it's not bad. I would say the Colorado River was a lot more colder.
Oh, yeah.
We could only stand it for 20 seconds before our feet would turn numb. But here you can take a dip. I thought it would be freezing. I didn't bring anything, but I think I could have made it. Not in Colorado River. You can stand it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cold, but your feet don't get numb.
Yeah, Colorado River, your feet don't numb and you get out there like burn.
Alright, well, this is the Arctic Ocean. It's time for us to go. It's only maybe like an hour tour out here, so it's very short and sweet. That's crazy that we're here.
Yeah, we actually made it.
A lot of snow geese over here. Try not to spook the caribou too much.
this is Deadhorse. It's all pretty much industrial equipment, buildings. The end of the Dalton Highway takes you to Deadhorse, Alaska. This is more of a work camp than a traditional town. While the permanent residents number between 25 to 50 depending on the source, there are 2,000 to 3,000 temporary residents employed by the oil industry. The sole purpose of this place is to support pipeline and oil field operations for the Prudhoe Bay oil fields. Most buildings are modular or prefabricated, raised off the ground or on gravel pads as to not melt the permafrost underneath. Virtually all businesses here engage in oil field or pipeline support like drilling, construction, and maintenance. This is not a tourist town. This is a work camp. You won't find any stores except one general store with basic supplies. There's only a few basic hotels which also provide the only dining options in Deadhorse. In summer, the midnight sun doesn't set for almost 64 days, with constant daylight from May 20th to July 22nd. In winter, Deadhorse gets 55 days of darkness from November 24th to January 18th. We went in mid-July and got to experience 24 hours of daylight for our entire trip up to the Arctic. It was so special and one of many things we got to check off our bucket list on this trip.
Pretty much everyone comes to work and plugs their car in so the engine will stay warm. Yeah, I guess this is where the people live, the workers.
Even a 12-hour shift at idle, you'll burn less than a quarter tank.
Oh, so they just let it run?
Yeah, a lot of the time. But if you're going to turn it off, then you got to plug in. We were on a job one time and there wasn't enough places to plug in, so they're letting them run. And then you had this guy, it's like, we're not going to let these trucks run all night. They'll burn too much fuel. And he went and he turned all these trucks off. And the next morning, everybody got up and they got breakfast and they all went out to drive off and do their thing. And all of them are froze up.
Oh, wow.
So they had the mechanics out there with the front loader with a pair of forks. You pick them up, go put them in the heated shop and leave them there until he could get them to fire up, and then he'd drive it out and then he'd go get another one.
Wow.
Now a lot of people were not very happy with that.
Yeah, but
yeah, so you just leave them run, but I mean it's just part of it. You know, you're up here in this environment. Yeah, and it's not that long. I mean, you only have to do that for what, like 5 months out of the year.
Okay.
So, you know, it is what it is.
This is the gas station in Deadhorse. So let's see the prices. $7.46 for gas and $6.94 for diesel.
so it's like 50 cents cheaper per gallon than Coldfoot. The only thing they have here in Deadhorse is one gas station and the Brooks Ranch supply store. Downstairs is like a hardware store, pretty much like a small size Home Depot or Lowe's. You go up the stairs, there's like a general store there. They have some clothes, boots, pretty much just like Carhartt and workwear stuff. And there's like a small section with snacks. There's a post office in there also. And that's pretty much it. That's all there is here in Deadhorse. Don't expect to come here and stock up on groceries and food before heading back, because there's not much here to stock up on. I talked to the lady that works at the store and she said that everyone gets their food in camps. So people come here and work and they get housing and food included. So that's where everyone gets their food from. This general store is pretty much just like for snacks and a few other things that you want to get. But there's not normal food that you can stock up on. When you come here to Deadhorse, bring all the food with you that you will need. There's nowhere to stock up here. You have to go inside the whole building and pay with your credit card in the machine there. They don't have any credit card readers here. Probably maybe because of the cold weather, I guess, in the winter time. And they close these up too. It's $6.94 per gallon. Oh, some big old schlong.
We're driving in Deadhorse. There's no horses here. They're white. I expected there to be a horse. Could be at least like a dead caribou or something. Why is it a
They
dead
should at
horse?
least make some kind of sign. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like a big statue of a dead horse or something.
Yeah.
They literally just have that one small sign on the grocery building, and that's it. I feel like I should just go make a sign out of plywood or something.
I mean, probably. People would appreciate that,
just
you
like-
know?
yeah.
It gives them a destination.
Yeah.
When you get here, there's no welcome to Deadhorse. There's no Arctic Ocean sign.
There's
Were
no-
you even here?
There's no nothing.
Alaska to our map of places that we've been.